The great Buddha once said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." These timeless words carry profound wisdom, and today we embark on a journey inspired by Buddha's teachings to explore 11 things you should quietly eliminate from your life. As we delve into each lesson, we'll draw upon the profound wisdom of Buddha to shed light on our path to inner peace and enlightenment. So, let's begin. Lesson 1. Explaining yourself to those who cause you pain. Explaining yourself to those who have caused you pain. It's a common tendency to feel compelled to justify our actions or feelings when we've been hurt by someone. However, this habit can lead to unnecessary suffering. As Buddha wisely stated, "You will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger." This quote emphasizes that the anger and pain we feel when we attempt to explain ourselves to those who have hurt us can ultimately harm us more than anyone else. By letting go of the need to explain ourselves to those who have caused us pain, we can liberate ourselves from the emotional burden of seeking validation or understanding from them. This doesn't mean suppressing our feelings or dismissing the need for healthy communication in relationships, but rather recognizing that some individuals may not be open to our explanations or may not be willing to change their perspective. Instead, we can focus on our own healing and growth, seeking inner peace and understanding within ourselves, rather than relying on external validation. This lesson encourages us to prioritize our well-being and emotional health, understanding that our peace of mind should not depend on the approval or understanding of others, especially those who have caused us pain. Lesson 2. Oversharing the end of relationships. Lesson number 2 focuses on the importance of avoiding oversharing the details of the end of relationships. As Buddha wisely advised, speak only endearing speech, speech that is welcomed. Speech, when it brings no evil to others, is a pleasant thing. This means respecting the privacy of your past relationships and refraining from indulging in unnecessary gossip about them. When relationships come to an end, it can be a highly emotional and challenging time for both parties involved. Buddha's guidance reminds us to exercise discretion and compassion in our speech during such moments. Sharing intimate or sensitive details of a relationship's demise can often lead to more pain, not just for you, but also for the other person involved. Instead, consider the impact of your words on both yourself and the other party. Is what you're about to say necessary and beneficial, or does it simply serve to spread negativity and harm? By respecting the boundaries and privacy of your past relationships, you not only maintain your own dignity, but also contribute to a more harmonious and compassionate environment in your personal and social circles. Remember, silence can often be the most eloquent and respectful response during such times. Lesson 3. Unnecessary goals. Buddha, the Enlightened One, imparted profound wisdom when he uttered, "The trouble is, you think you have time." This timeless teaching urges us to reflect on the brevity of our existence and the preciousness of the moments we are granted in this life. It serves as a poignant reminder that we often squander our most valuable resource, time, by pursuing goals that are, in the grand scheme of things, insignificant. Imagine your life as a finite collection of moments, each one a jewel in the tapestry of your existence. Now, consider how often we fritter away these priceless gems by chasing after goals that hold little true significance. These unnecessary goals can take various forms, from materialistic pursuits driven by societal pressures to trivial objectives that do not align with our core values and purpose. To heed Buddha's counsel is to embark on a transformative journey of introspection and prioritization. It calls upon us to sift through our aspirations and discern which ones truly resonate with our inner selves, align with our values, and contribute meaningfully to our personal growth and the welfare of others. By relinquishing those goals that are superfluous or incongruent with our authentic path, we free ourselves from the shackles of distraction and discontent. This teaching encourages us to streamline our ambitions, concentrating our efforts on goals that nourish our souls and enrich our lives. It invites us to cherish each moment as an irreplaceable gift, for in doing so, we unlock the potential to craft a life that is not just a series of pursuits, but a profound and purposeful journey. So let us take heed of this ancient wisdom and, with mindful intention, refocus our energies on the goals that truly matter, allowing us to make the most of our time and lead a life imbued with significance and fulfillment. Lesson 4. Raising your voice in front of others during periods of frustration or anger. Imagine a situation where you find yourself engulfed in anger or frustration. It's a moment when you feel compelled to let out your emotions by raising your voice, perhaps to assert your point or release pent-up tension. However, Buddha, with his timeless wisdom, offered a powerful analogy. He compared holding on to anger to grasping a hot coal with the intention of throwing it at someone else. The critical insight here is that in doing so, you end up burning yourself. This analogy vividly illustrates that anger not only harms the recipient, but inflicts even greater damage upon the one who harbors it. When you raise your voice in front of others during periods of frustration or anger, it often leads to a cycle of negativity. Firstly, it may escalate the situation, making it more challenging to find a constructive resolution. Secondly, it damages your relationships with others, as yelling can be hurtful and create emotional distance. Lastly, and most importantly, it takes a toll on your own mental and emotional well-being. Holding on to anger can lead to stress, anxiety, and a lingering sense of inner turmoil. So what is the alternative? Buddha's guidance encourages us to practice patience and calmness. Instead of reacting impulsively to our emotions, we can take a step back and allow ourselves to cool down. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings, rather it means acknowledging your emotions while choosing not to let them control your actions. By practicing patience, you can gain clarity and approach the situation with a composed and rational mind. This not only improves the chances of finding a mutually beneficial solution, but also preserves the harmony in your relationships. Buddha's lesson on raising your voice during moments of anger reminds us that true strength lies in mastering our emotions, not letting them master us. By practicing patience and calmness, we not only avoid unnecessary suffering, but also pave the way for more harmonious and fulfilling interactions with others. So, the next time you feel anger rising within you, remember the wisdom of Buddha and choose the path of patience and calmness to navigate through the challenges of life. Lesson 6. Constantly comparing yourself to others. In this lesson, we delve into the profound wisdom of Buddha, who cautioned us about the detrimental effects of constantly comparing ourselves to others. He astutely observed that comparison with others breeds jealousy and insecurity, highlighting how this habit can sow the seeds of negative emotions within us. When we engage in perpetual comparisons with others, we inadvertently set ourselves up for feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. We often fail to recognize our own unique qualities, talents, and strengths as our focus shifts to what we perceive as the achievements and successes of those around us. This continuous cycle of comparison can erode our self-esteem, leaving us feeling less valuable and less capable than we truly are. To heed Buddha's timeless advice, it's crucial to embrace our own uniqueness and stop measuring our worth or progress against that of others. Each individual's life journey is distinct, shaped by their personal experiences, circumstances, and choices. By recognizing and celebrating our unique qualities, strengths, and achievements, we can foster a sense of self-acceptance and contentment. Moreover, refraining from constant comparisons allows us to cultivate a healthier mindset and emotional well-being. Instead of fixating on others' achievements or possessions, we can direct our energy toward self-improvement, personal growth, and the pursuit of goals that genuinely resonate with our values and aspirations. The lesson from Buddha encourages us to appreciate our own path and recognize that it is uniquely ours. By letting go of the damaging habit of constant comparison, we open ourselves to a more profound sense of self-worth, inner peace, and the ability to live a more authentic and fulfilling life. Lesson 7. Mindless use of social media. Buddha's wisdom reminds us of the profound influence our thoughts have on our lives when he said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." In the context of our modern world, this lesson is especially relevant when it comes to our use of social media. In today's digital age, it's all too easy to fall into the trap of mindless scrolling and superficial engagement on social media platforms. Many of us spend hours each day glued to our screens, consuming content that may not necessarily enrich our lives or promote genuine connections. To truly embody this teaching, it's crucial to approach social media with mindfulness and intentionality. Instead of aimlessly scrolling through your feed, consider focusing on positive and meaningful connections. This means being conscious of the content you consume and share, as well as the interactions you engage in. Ask yourself whether the time spent on social media is contributing positively to your life, or if it's merely a source of distraction and comparison. Make an effort to connect with others authentically, engage in meaningful conversations, and share content that uplifts and inspires. By using social media mindfully, you can align your online presence with your values and aspirations, ensuring that what you think and do in the digital realm contributes to your personal growth and overall well-being. Remember, the mind truly is everything, and how you use it in the realm of social media can have a profound impact on your life's direction. Lesson 8. The pursuit of external validation. Lesson number 8 addresses the common habit of seeking external validation. It's a tendency many of us have, where we rely on others' approval and recognition to feel worthy or confident. However, in the teachings of Buddha, we find a profound reminder. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. This means that our worthiness and self-worth should come from within, rather than being dependent on others' opinions or judgments. Imagine this. Instead of constantly seeking validation from others, picture a life where you prioritize self-love and acceptance. It's about understanding that you are inherently valuable just as you are, regardless of external validation. This shift in perspective allows you to build a solid foundation of self-confidence and happiness, independent of others' views. Remember, this doesn't mean you shouldn't appreciate praise or recognition from others, but it does mean that you don't hinge your self-esteem solely on it. By focusing on self-love and inner validation, you'll find a deeper, more lasting sense of contentment and self-assurance. So, let go of the need for constant external validation and nurture the relationship you have with yourself. It's the most important one you'll ever have. Lesson 9. Perfectionism. Buddha, the wise sage, imparted a profound teaching when he stated, "There is no perfection in this world, only striving for it." This lesson invites us to explore the intricate relationship between our relentless pursuit of perfection and the inherent imperfections that are an integral part of the human experience. In a world that often glorifies unattainable ideals, it's essential to heed this guidance. Perfectionism can be a double-edged sword. While it may drive us to achieve high standards, it can also lead to unrelenting self-criticism and anxiety. Buddha's teaching encourages us to let go of the elusive notion of perfection and instead embrace our imperfections as a fundamental aspect of our humanity. By doing so, we free ourselves from the shackles of self-doubt and unrealistic expectations. We learn to appreciate the beauty in our flaws and the growth that arises from our mistakes. This shift in perspective allows us to focus on progress, not perfection. It empowers us to set meaningful goals, work diligently towards them, and relish the journey of self-improvement without the crushing burden of unattainable perfection looming over us. Lesson 9 teaches us that the path to personal growth and fulfillment lies not in the relentless pursuit of an unattainable ideal, but in the recognition and acceptance of our imperfections. It's an invitation to lead a life guided by the principle of continuous improvement, where each step forward, no matter how small, is a cause for celebration. In embracing our imperfections, we find the true essence of our humanity and discover a profound sense of contentment and self-compassion along the way. Lesson 10. Holding on to unrealistic expectations. In the realm of Buddhist wisdom, we encounter a profound teaching in Lesson 10, holding on to unrealistic expectations. The essence of this lesson can be encapsulated in the words of Buddha himself when he said, "The root of suffering is attachment." To truly understand this, let's delve deeper. Unrealistic expectations often stem from a form of attachment, a fixation on how things should be, rather than embracing how they are. This attachment can lead us down a path of discontentment and unhappiness, as we constantly chase after ideals that may be unattainable or simply not in alignment with the ever-changing nature of reality. Imagine you set impossibly high standards for yourself, your relationships, or your achievements. You become emotionally attached to these ideals, believing that they are the only path to contentment. However, when reality inevitably falls short of these expectations, suffering ensues. You may feel frustrated, disappointed, or even defeated. Buddha's wisdom advises us to release this attachment to unrealistic expectations, and in doing so, discover contentment in the present moment. This does not mean abandoning all goals and aspirations. Rather, it invites us to approach life with a sense of flexibility and acceptance. By letting go of rigid expectations, we open ourselves up to the beauty of the present moment. We learn to appreciate what we have, acknowledge our progress, and find contentment in the journey itself, rather than fixating solely on the destination. In this way, we free ourselves from the constant cycle of craving and dissatisfaction. Incorporating this teaching into our lives can lead to a profound transformation in how we experience the world. It invites us to cultivate mindfulness, a state of being fully present and aware, and to appreciate the richness of life as it unfolds. It encourages us to embrace the imperfections and uncertainties that make our journey unique and meaningful. So, as we navigate the complexities of existence, let us heed the wisdom of Buddha and release the shackles of unrealistic expectations. In doing so, we open ourselves up to a more authentic and fulfilling experience of life, one where contentment is found not in an imagined future, but in the beauty of the present moment. Lesson 11. The harmful effects of gossiping. Buddha's wisdom resonates in his timeless advice: do not speak unless it improves on silence. This profound guidance encourages us to reflect on the words we choose to utter and their impact on our relationships and surroundings. Gossip, often a source of idle chatter and negativity, is something we should consciously avoid. Instead, let us strive to cultivate a more mindful and compassionate way of communication. Gossiping, while seemingly harmless at times, can have far-reaching consequences. It is the act of discussing or spreading rumors about others, often without their knowledge or consent. This behavior can damage trust, breed misunderstandings, and sow seeds of discord among individuals. By engaging in gossip, we inadvertently contribute to a toxic environment where negativity and mistrust thrive. To truly follow Buddha's advice, we should take a moment to pause and consider whether our words are enhancing the silence or disrupting it. Instead of indulging in gossip, we can choose to channel our energy into conversations that uplift and inspire. Mindful communication involves listening actively, empathizing with others, and speaking with kindness and authenticity. By refraining from gossip and embracing a more mindful approach to communication, we can nurture healthier relationships, foster trust, and create a harmonious atmosphere where silence is no longer a void, but a canvas for positive and meaningful interactions. As we wrap up our exploration of these 11 lessons, which draw inspiration from the teachings of Buddhism, it's essential to keep in mind that the pursuit of inner peace and happiness is a deeply individual and introspective journey. By consciously working to eliminate the detrimental habits we've discussed from your daily life, you can pave the way for a more enriching and harmonious existence. If you've found the insights shared in this video to be valuable and thought-provoking, we kindly ask you to express your support by giving it a thumbs up. Additionally, we invite you to consider subscribing to our channel to stay updated with more content aimed at enhancing your well-being. We value your input, so please feel free to share your reflections and personal experiences in the comments section below. To ensure that you never miss out on any future updates, don't forget to activate the notification bell.